Hey everyone, this is Kathy the Vegan Prepper, and welcome to a day in my life. Do-do-do-do-do-do, Vegan Prepper. Do-do-do-do-do-do, Vegan Prepper. Yeah, here actually, if you pull it up instead, like pull it up, and then it'll just, there you go. Now you can let go. It'll just be on now. And we'll put the water in the beans. Yeah.
He's swimming.
They're swimming. Yeah. Oh goodness, it looks like we might be running out of water. We've got to refill the Berkey. No, wait, I guess let it go a little longer. Even though we don't have to worry as much. The beans are already soaked, so they're not probably going to get any bigger. So that's probably a good amount. All right, Sage, I guess you could turn it off. Alrighty. Thank you for helping. smoothie too.
But they have a smoothie. Ew.
What? That's what smoothies look like. They're yummy.
The smoothies are green and red.
Well, yeah, green is the color of smoothies. That's what color your smoothie is. It's green.
The color green.
Yeah, it was green and red, but the red, unfortunately, doesn't ever really translate to the smoothie. So, yeah, it's kind of a bummer. It would be nice if you could make a nice red smoothie. I wonder if we put cherries in it, if it would make it nice and red.
Hmm?
You think? Should we try? Should we get some cherries at the store?
Hmm. And guess so.
Yeah.
It's a cherry store.
Yeah, we'll get cherries at the store and see if we can make a red smoothie. Okay. you want. Sure. Good job.
Do you have a pig in your tummy?
Do I have a pig in my tummy? I certainly don't.
There's a pig there. I think there's a pig in there.
There's a pig in there, huh?
Ooh.
No. That's for many years now.
Yeah.
No pigs in my tummy.
Yeah. Yeah. Open your wire and I get the pig.
Okay.
I got the pig.
Oh, you got it. Oh, good. Ow.
That's a pig.
Is the pig okay?
Pig.
Oh, you're giving medicine to the pig now? That's amazing.
He likes it.
He likes the medicine? Oh, good. Hello. So it's a little later in the day, and I figured possibly just before closing it out, because I think I'll show you guys dinner and then that'll be the close. But for now, I will show you possibly one of the best thrift hauls I've ever had in my life. It felt a little weird making it its own separate video. I don't know if it fits the content of the channel, but I don't know. I still want to share because it was just kind of amazing. So let's go take a look at that. Okay, so here is an overview of all the items I got in the haul, and then we'll go back to the desk and discuss them one at a time. You guys, seriously, this is just, it is unreal. Okay, so I went to a very rich area of town and shopped at their Goodwill. Those tend to be the ones where you have the highest chance of getting the nicest items. It's not always true. I have found some pretty amazing items at, you know, almost any Goodwill, but it really does seem like all of my best finds, like the ones I got today, are from the ritzier Goodwills. And I think Sage literally just went to the bathroom. Give me a second. Okay, hopefully that bought me a little bit of time. So let's start out just with a couple things random. These are not like super amazing finds or anything, but it's just like a couple of cute little skirts for Sage. I always go into the clothing sections and look. So one of the downsides of going to this particular Goodwill in the super ritzy area is it's mostly in with like retirees are all around, and so there's not a really very good selection of kids clothes or kids items. And so I know that going in, I was not really going for her, I was going for me, but I still always look. And so these were just two really cute skirts that are her size. That this one has some built-in shorts, this one does not. Regardless, she's going to be wearing leggings underneath them anyway going into summer, if she wears them during the summer at all, because even though it's like really hot, you would think that I wouldn't be putting her in leggings or whatever underneath the skirt, but I do because of how ridiculously hot it is inside the car, especially her car seat. She still has a 5-point harness that she's strapped into in a car seat in the car until she's 5 years old. She's going to be into that. And so in the extreme hot weather, I can't leave her legs bare, or they actually can get kind of burned. Like, so it's just really, and I don't know if anybody, I mean, I know I talk about our heat all the time. I'm not trying to start a fight or win any arguments. Y'all talk about your, you know, humidity versus dry heat, but there's certain things, you know, because like I'm from East Texas, I know me some humidity, but there are certain things about this extreme heat that we have here in central Arizona when it's climbing up to almost 120 and it stays like that for a really long time. The car is the main thing. The car gets so hot, like you can't grip the steering wheel, you can burn your legs on your cars, and so it's just something to really keep in mind. It's like you really need to be aware. So that is just maybe a tidbit for anybody who's about to move here or has just moved here and hasn't experienced a summer yet. You think shorts will be a thing. They're not a thing. So unless you walk everywhere, but shorts are just not a thing. So anyway, she'll still be wearing those leggings, so I didn't mean to like get into all of that, but let's go ahead and move on to the kitchen stuff, which is a lot of fun. So those two, none of these were on sale. None of these were the color that was on sale that day.
And so those two were the only thing that were not orange in the entire haul. Literally every other thing is an orange tag, which is hilarious, and it'll come up. I'll tell you a cute little story at the end. But let's go ahead and just start really fast. I have this teapot. I've just sort of been wanting a big teapot, and then this is aesthetically like just so pleasing to me. I love the handmade pottery look, even though I know this is not handmade pottery, but it's like wonky, it's asymmetrical, and I just love that look. And I've also have been wanting a large teapot for brewing larger amounts of tea without necessarily doing it on my stove. Although for the most part, when I brew tea, and I say a large batch of tea, I mean like a gallon of tea is how much I do at a time. And then everybody gets, you know, kind of a huge amount. So we will go through a full gallon of tea usually every single time I make it in our house. And so this is not for that kind of thing, but you know, larger amounts. And yeah, I don't know. I just wanted a big teapot, and then that one was there, and it was like, yay. So I've been looking for that for a while, and I found it. I pretty much will go after almost any covered dish as long as it's a relatively reasonable price. So this was $5.50. The teapot was $7.50. And so that's very reasonable, especially for this size. I don't know how big it is exactly. The size is not written on here, but I think it's about 2 quarts. And so this is really handy for kind of a more low waste lifestyle that you can bake without having to use aluminum foil if you know you need to use aluminum foil for a recipe. And then I like to have covered dishes instead so that I don't have to do that, not only for the waste, but also because I don't like putting the aluminum cover over my food. I will if I have to, if I don't really have the option. So like for me personally, for instance, I am absolutely on the lookout for a 9x13 pan with a cover that will go in the oven. That's kind of like my last thing that I need. So even this would pass for almost like an 8x8 with a cover. And so that's really exciting. But yeah, I need like a 9x13 with a cover. But anyway, that's just handy. And also because I'm going to be doing the sun oven and having multiple although this is big, but multiple smaller dishes with lids is handy for being able to cook more than one thing in the sun oven at a time. And so hopefully this will fit in there along with another dish or two. But also this is a relatively decent size. It won't be enough for my whole family for one meal, but it's still a pretty decent size. Like if it's just me and the boys, I can still cook a pretty good amount of food in the sun oven. And so yeah, hopefully, I don't know, you guys are probably gonna be seeing this coming up in the videos for the sun oven pretty soon. The next thing is not a kitchen thing. I guess I can take it apart. I don't know, like if you need to see it, like I saw it and then I dismissed it at first because I was like, I'm not sure somebody didn't donate this because it still works. That's what actually I said that to my son. I'm sure they donated that because it still works is what I told him. And I just walked on, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I was like, oh, let me just go look at it. And I looked at it. There is not a single bit of residue inside of this thing. The instructions, like everything, nothing looks like it has even unfold. Like the instructions don't even look unfolded. There's no residue in here, like not a single iota of residue. And then the true kicker was when I went in there. I'm not going to do it this time just because it takes so much time, but this is like the third take. It takes so much time. I'm not going to pull out the bottom, but the bottom, even like the cord is still like, Adam looked at it and he goes, yeah, that's factory wrapped, because it's like exactly like it came in the factory in the bottom. So I don't think anybody even touched this. I think that somebody got it and just didn't want it or donated it, or unfortunately, like I said, there's tons of retirees in this area. So I guess it's possible that someone passed away and somebody was just like clearing out their stuff. And so I don't even know, but regardless, this is a brand new diffuser, and brand new, it sells for $50. So this feels like a pretty darn good thing as long as it still works. So I will go ahead and test that today and film, and we'll see if it works or not. I'm really looking forward to testing that out. The next thing, I've been wanting a set of wooden dishes for a while, and this is not a full set, but I'm going to start building my collection, especially because as we're moving forward, I really want to make my videos like higher quality and more aesthetic. I've said this, like, I think some of you will remember if you've been following me from the beginning, way back, I was talking about wanting to do that. I just want to get better and have higher production quality, because that's what I want. Like, that's my vision for the channel, and especially in the cooking videos. Like, I think I'll never get rid of all of this where we're just like hanging out and talking, but like with the cooking videos especially, I feel like I'd love to bring easy, yummy vegan food to the masses. And so if you haven't checked out my vegan home cooking playlist, go check it out. There's like a million really good, not a million, like 20 maybe, really good recipes there so far. And so many of them are so easy, and just really good, but you know, it's like derpy video quality. Like, it's just not very well put together, and I'm just filming on my phone, and I don't have the equipment. Like, the intro to the channel says low tech and high strung. I have visions, you guys. I have visions of grandeur for where I want to go, and just sort of not yet the capability of doing that. But as we grow and as we're moving forward, I'm getting more and more excited that possibly I'll be able to start actually doing that stuff, and like funding the improvement of the channel through the success of the channel. So anyway, it's really exciting. But all of that, like the desires of my heart, are represented in basically this amazing find. I wish I had found the whole thing, but probably they just didn't even have the whole thing. But I hunted through the entire dish section, and then there was one of these plates, and one of these bowls was like off somewhere else. So it's also possible it got split and people bought piece by piece, or like piecemeal, and didn't leave the whole set. But I did find every single one of these dishes that they had, and so it's like 2 of these rather large dinner plates, which do have some cut marks, and then 2 more like dessert plates, which also have little cut marks, and then 3 of these bowls, and they're pretty sturdy. And so now this is the other thing. I was like, because these are like nice. So I was looking in the Goodwill, even though they're, you know, they're scuffed up, they're used. I was like, man, these are really nice. These are like the kind of nice, thick, sturdy wooden dishes I've been looking for, because I don't prefer the bamboo like composite dishes, because they tend to split. Like, no matter how good the joins are along those little joins, they always split. And so I looked these over, and they look really good. Like I said, there is some wear and stuff, and that, you know, that's fine. And actually, it's almost like I'm looking at this and thinking some of this is looking almost like somebody did run this through the dishwasher. You're not supposed to, but regardless, this brand, idea or whatever, I found it on Amazon, and a set of these with 4 of these big plates and 4 of the little plates and 4 of the bowls is $109 currently on Amazon. So this was also a pretty good deal. It was 99 cents each for the bowls, and then $1.50 each for the plates. And so I feel like I did do a pretty great job there. That was a really good find as well. So what I'm planning on doing is going through and sanding them, because I figure at this point they're kind of messed up. See, like, this is like bubblier. Here's this, like, this is kind of thing that's making me feel like it's been through the dishwasher. I'm going to go ahead and give them a thorough sanding, and then refinish them with like cutting board oil. Honey Jubu is like one of, I follow Korean lifestyle vloggers, and my 2 favorites are Hammy Mommy and Honey Jubu. But full disclosure, neither one of them are vegan. Okay, they're like just so not vegan. Like if they can throw in, you know, I don't know, it feels almost like Korean food in general. Actually, I have the book The Korean Vegan, and she was talking about that, like, can you even be vegan and be Korean? Because it's just like animal products are so pervasive. It just feels like, oh, that's a nice little recipe, and you have to put an egg yolk on top of it, or like, you know, like, it's just like every single one. So just for anybody, if I have a vegan viewer who is sensitive about watching that kind of content, I just want to let you know, occasionally there's like whole chickens, and like, so just so that you're aware, I am not really bothered by seeing that, because I know that it exists, and also I also know that by the time it's filmed, I've seen it. Like I can't, there's nothing I can do for that animal or whatever. But I'm following because I don't know, I just love those videos. They relax me without, you know, the animal content, but like, just there's something about the way that they're put together it just like relaxes me almost on this visceral level. So that's kind of another one of my stress relief, is I just go watch a Hammy Mommy video, or a Honey Jubu video. Actually, more Hammy Mommy than Honey Jubu, but Honey Jubu is also really good. But anyway, Honey Jubu has a video where she goes through all of her wood item care. And so like caring for all of the wooden items that she has. It was an excellent video. And really all of the wooden spoons in my kitchen are very vastly overdue for this care, or this thing. So I'm going to watch that video. I'll link it down below. And basically I'm going to do that process on all of these bowls. I will, like I said, sand them really well and wash them and refinish them with some sort of an oil. And then if I end up ruining the coating, because obviously it's like white underneath and not this color, I don't know, it's not much is lost, you know. I think they'll still probably end up looking pretty good. But see, like there's with this plate especially, a lot of that is already showing through, so I don't really feel like I'm going to be out anything. So anyway, we'll see. And then if they just sort of end up looking like multicolored wood, like they'll still look cool. But yeah, I want to make my cooking videos more aesthetic. And so this is, a lot of this is kind of building towards that. It's something that has been on my mind and on my heart for a while, collecting things that are more aesthetic, but not only for cooking videos, just because it's like, why not make your life more beautiful if you can, like in a responsible way that doesn't cost a ton of money? Why not? Leading me to kind of the pièce de résistance of this that I am so excited about. My big clay pot. I'm slightly obsessed with clay pots. I don't know what it is about the clay pot. There's just something about cooking in it. It just like feels really cool. I don't know, like it is a purely emotional, again, sort of like almost a visceral thing for me. It has nothing whatsoever to do with like the quality of the food, even though I think the quality of the food is really good. There's just something about the feeling I get cooking in a clay pot. I just can't even explain it to you. So I saw this and I was like, is that like, because there's no lid, so that's kind of the only bummer about this. It's $6.50. Sorry, I was trying to read backwards on the viewfinder and I just could not. But I was like, is that like just like a crock pot insert or what is that? But then I was like, oh, like I got so excited because it looks like a Korean clay pot. And so I flipped it over and looked at it and then I went, oh! It is a 4-quart Pampered Chef rock crock. If y'all don't know about these, like my friend had a Pampered Chef party and I was looking at these. I was considering buying it like brand new. They're $150 brand new. Granted, with the lid. So this does not come with the lid. So I'm not getting the full thing. But like, that was one of those moments, like I don't have many. Adam and I are pretty on the same page about our finances and all of this stuff. But man, I was looking at these things and I was having that moment of like, it's easier to get forgiven than it is to get permission. I was just going to buy one because I was supporting my friend. And then I didn't. I ended up getting stoneware bread pans instead. And I'm very happy with that decision because they're really great. But holy crap. So these are $150 brand new. And they go in the oven. They go in the stove or on the stove. And so just I can get my clay pot cooking fix. And I did look into the replacement lid. The replacement lids are $50. And they get terrible reviews because like if you're wanting the Pampered Chef replacement lid, and that's probably exactly what happened to this pot. Apparently the lids just slip off with like, almost like a fairy comes along with the pot and pushes it off or something. Like there's just like, you can't control, the lid will just fall off and shatter everywhere. Or like with the slightest bing or whatever of a thing, or if you just drop it like just a little bit, like not, you know, like you can occasionally drop something and not expect it to completely shatter, but apparently those lids are fragile and they shatter. And so I'm not going to be purchasing one of those lids via Pampered Chef. Now, if I manage to find one at a Goodwill somewhere, then I'll get it. But I'm not going to be purchasing a $50 lid. So I do have a restaurant supply store that I can go to because I broke a lid on another pot and was able to find one at that store. And I'm thinking about going there to get one. But regardless, I am thrilled with this find. I think this is my favorite find, and this is going to be amazing even without a lid. I mean, I can do some amazing stuff in this for, you know, upcoming videos. The other thing that I was really excited about is the fact that it's black, and even though it has a shine to it, it can potentially be a great thing to put into the sun oven. The ideal cooking apparatus for the sun oven is a black dish that doesn't have a shine to it. But like I said, it does have a shine, but still it'll work. I'm just like, I'm so happy about my pot, you guys. I could not believe it. So anyway, all of that, I just dropped my receipt. All of that came to a grand total of, well, it was $37 and something. But the funny thing, I told you the orange label thing was going to come up. So we walked up, the guy at the register was kind of, you know, he was fun. And so I cracked a couple jokes and I said hi. So, like the pink tag was the day. And I was like, so do you feel like changing that tag over to an orange tag while you're at it? And he's kind of started laughing. And I was like, but like from here, I'm looking and I'm like, I think it looks pretty orange from over here. And then he was just like, oh my gosh. He's like, yeah, that was awesome. Like, and he was laughing because I was just obviously being silly. But I told him, like, literally almost everything I got here today was orange, and every single one of these except for the skirts was orange. But we got to talking and just, you know, it was fun and like just drawing back and forth and friendly and all of that. And then he was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and just give you a 20% discount. Just for all that, because I guess we were so funny and we had such a great time. And so actually everything that I just got came to only $30.80. So that feels pretty darn good, I gotta say. And so yeah, you just never know sometimes if you want to be friendly. And he says, and it wasn't only because we were friendly. He said, you know, there is a coupon on the site for 20% off if you spend $20 or more. He's like, if you want to, go ahead and get that, but I'm just going to go ahead and give you 20% off. And I was like, oh, thank you. So anyway, it was pretty great. So yeah, that's probably one of the best Goodwill hauls I have ever had in my life. And yeah, I'll go ahead and test out this essential oil diffuser and see if it works. All right, so it's a couple days later and I'm finishing up the editing. I never did get shots of dinner because it took a really long time to be a complete failure, and I got caught up in trying to fix it and get food into the bellies of my family. But anyway, so I did still want to hop on and say, as always, I hope the rest of your day is good and your life stays wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next time. Bye. No? Okay. Okay, so here is an overview of all of the items in the haul, and then we'll go back to the desk and I will talk about them. Wait, did you just sneeze? God bless you.